and welcome to the inaugural episode of An Expression of Serotonin. Thanks to Canadian Megan's wee sister for that one. It's loved it, had to do something with it. So, anyway, as the descriptor says, this is going to be an occasional series of reminiscences from my youth and past. And I'm going to be doing it sans makeup. It's representative of the bare me that I will be. Fuck it. Who am I trying to kid? I can't be arsed putting makeup on, so yeah, it'll maybe be on occasionally. Probably not. Only put it on when I'm trying to make an effort. So, anyway, back to the whole point of this thing. So, yes, various reminiscences, and tonight we will be starting off with the Kensington Knickers incident. This happened, almost exactly 10 years ago, actually. And it happened, well, it's a bit, the backstory is that I'd finally 15 years of enforced celibacy, and I say enforced because 15 years before I'd said, right, I'm not having sex until I'm in a relationship. Fast forward 10 years, it was like, fuck this, I'm not having, my 40s go by and I've not had sex, so managed to find somebody. So that was me off to London for a nice little dirty weekend. So I don't know what it is about me. It's weird, but for some reason, I seem to attract Nazis and like Farage supporters and people that think the Earth's flat and shit like this. And as I said, 15 years celibacy, I wasn't too fussy, so it ended up with this guy. It's like, nice enough, it's quite intelligent. It's like, he may be daft, but he's no stupid. It's a saying in Scotland, but it speaks for itself. So anyway, we'd ended up, on this day, we were going to the Science Museum, because I thought, surely, the fuck, if anywhere's got proof to refute, like the conspiracy theories about the moon landings not being real, it'll be there. And it wasn't, by the way. But that was the purpose of the day. Now, that's being a dirty weekend, I was wearing a skirt and stockings and suspenders. And as I'd been taught many years before, I was wearing my knickers over the suspenders because it makes it easier for going to the toilet and stuff. So that was me, quite happily. So there we are, gets through the tube and that. Now, I have to say, these knickers were expensive, but on sale. So them being a little bit snug, I was like, I can live with that. Bad move. Never do that. So there I was. We're coming out the tube station. There's a flight of about like 6 stairs, and lifts my leg to go on the first step, and I felt the elastic go. Now, we're not talking just a little, oh, something feels a bit loose here. No, we're talking, they were gone. I could feel them going, my hips, like go down onto my thighs. They were away. The only thing keeping them up was my inner thighs and my knees together. So that quickly clamped. The guy that was with you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm fine. Where's the toilet? He's like, there isn't any because it's a tube station. And I'm like, oh, shit. So manages to get up the stairs, which isn't easy. It's like when you need a walking stick and stuff, getting upstairs with your knees together is not an easy thing, believe you me. Anyway, gets there, gets out the door, looking, thinking there's going to be a doorway or something. No. All there was a sea of people in front of the shop. There was hundreds and hundreds of people, and not a fucking doorway to be seen. And I'm like, oh shit, what am I fucking going to do? And things, and like the Science Museum's like, well, hey, well away, you know what I mean? So off to the right, I seen a wee street, residential street, going down to some trees, and I thought, right, shit, there must be something, even a car, I'll hide behind a car or something. So knees together, goes down the street, and I managed to find this little like area thing that hopefully I've put the photograph of it here. inserted it for a few seconds. If not, it'll be at the end of the video. Goes in there, quick stamp, stamp, Knickers down, grabs them, and in the bag. At which point the guy finally catches up with me. He's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" And like, sees the Knickers, like, "Oh." And I'm like, "Yeah." So that was him happy because that was me having to go about with no Knickers on, eh? So fine. Goes to the museum, gets to the exhibition. See, there's nothing here, can you? Me not being scientific, I couldn't argue properly, so that was getting me annoyed and things. So it was like, me, gets round. Finally, it was like my nose was running about. It was like, oh, puts my hand in my bag to get a tissue, pulls it out roughly as you do, and yes, my Knickers went sailing across a good 6 foot at the feet of this group of people. That's like obviously foreigners, which is kind of glad because if they'd have been English speakers, they probably would have slagged me off. But as it was, they were just looking in shock. Now, there was no mistaking these. They were black and lacy, so they were obviously Knickers. So went down, and some people think this is the funniest part of the story. Personally, it's just me. But as I was on my way down to pick up the Knickers, I noticed the Babbage engine was there, the like thing on the pedestal. So as I was going down, it was like, oh, I have to get a photograph of that. Grabs the Knickers, puts them in my bag, gets my phone out, takes a photograph of the Babbage engine, and then runs out, embarrassed. So yeah, that was the Kensington Knickers incident. Um, Incidents as plural because there was two in the one day really, both of which will have been caught on CCTV even 10 years ago. So both of it probably brightened the day of some CCTV camera operators. So there I am, spreading sunshine as usual. Anyway, that's that story over and done with. There will be others, so don't worry, I will be back.